Not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood. We are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Right off the bat, here's Pickett to throw it. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Now on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Steelers at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
He finds his man Johnson. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that, and no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this, because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you should get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it right around the goal line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Off the play fake, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Jameis to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Five yards remain on second down. Winston. Thomas brings it in. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, no, the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. It's still got a big game going ahead of us. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared, because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
First and 10, here's Pickett. He's got this to Pickens. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On play action, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drives him behind the line again. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Oh, he bowls over him. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Winston. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Adam Troutman from 6 yards away. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Fake here, direct snap to the up man, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston on the move to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
2nd and 15. Here's Winston. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards. Kamara up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Play action now, Winston. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints have taken the lead. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield. They're eligible, too.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Pickett will look to pass it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And taken down just shy of the 40. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Play fake. Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Highsmith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That must be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Austin. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Pete Werner from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Austin complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. To throw is Winston. He'll buy some time right. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Saints 28, Steelers 17. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 157 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back first down.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. It's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Pete Werner. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
I know they didn't tack down the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it.
Taking it right down Broadway. 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Score, Saints 37, Steelers 26.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he gets it down to the 32. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Pickett. And that was going to be off target and incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Pat Freiermuth, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett completes it to Austin. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Boswell's kick is good. That'll make this an 8-point game. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him if they're slowed, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And a Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Don't need it all back at once, but you